Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe and give a thumbs up and ring the bell because I think you're going to want to know a little bit more about this electronic money because it's going to be something that you're not going to be able to ignore much longer. So today, I'm going to show you a few things about the Bitcoin, Ethereum Classic, Litecoin, Ethereum, different ones, but we're not going to talk about every one of them because there's so many of them you can't talk about all of them. But I woke up this morning and seen my portfolio was up like 15, 16%, and I was like, what in the world happened? And I'm going to show you in a few minutes. But did you know that in the United States, if you're lucky enough to make the right decisions and right investments and save money, that there is a limit on how much you can have in a savings account. Now, I'm not talking about your retirement funds. That's a different story, and we'll get into that later. But if you already have your retirement funds set up and you have a savings account, and this sounds like a lot of money to some people, but to some it's not. But $250,000. If you have $250,000 in a savings account and you just leave it there because you're saving it, it's a savings account. You're not allowed to do that. Let me watch this video.
He's also concerned that there could be some regulation that prohibits a flight of money into assets like gold and like Bitcoin. Others are sharing that sentiment. Michael Burry, the fund manager who famously spotted the mortgage crisis ahead of the 2008 financial crisis, the guy that was profiled in The Big Short, well, he's also saying that assets viewed as an alternative to the dollar, like Bitcoin, like gold, are at risk from a government crackdown. Robert, how concerned are you about that? How concerned are you that gold and Bitcoin could face tax changes or some form of regulation?
It's a very serious concern. I mean, as we're talking, Michelle, I just got a letter from my bank. They want to take my savings. And the reason is because I hate to say this, I have cash because I can't spend it fast enough. And
what do you mean they want to take your savings, Robert? Can't just let that one go.
No, they said, I got this stupid letter. I just talked to my wife about it. She said, what are they saying to us? They just said, because your account's been inactive for over 2 years, we took it to the limit, $250,000, and we just stash it because we're real estate guys. We have cash flow. So they said, I'm sorry, but you're not using your account. We're going to seize it. They're going to give it to charity. And I read that. My attorney has it right now. So what are these guys saying? What is the bank saying? So what you're saying is today's problem for me. And I'm looking into it. The government's so desperate for money. I think they'll come after anybody.
And now, even as I'm getting into the electronic money and Bitcoin and stuff, and I say I'm just getting into it, but I've been in it for years. But I didn't listen to people that were telling me to, you need to do more and leave it in there. But what I would do is I would put it in there and it would make some money, triple or quadruple or whatever. And I would take some of the profit out and spend it, whatever. And I didn't leave it in there. If I would have left it all in there and left it alone, I'd be in a lot better shape than I am when it comes to my Coinbase account. So, if you're going to start one, put money in there that you don't really need, even if it's 10, 20 bucks a month. And while we're talking about that, if you don't have a Coinbase account and you want to start one and get some Bitcoin, I'll put a link down below, and if you click on it, you can set up your own account, and you'll get $10 to start playing with and see what $10 ends up doing in about a month's time, and you'll be shocked. I'm serious. You get free $10 just for clicking on the link and in your account, and you can watch it and divide it up into different categories or whatever and see how it does. But everybody asks me, what's the next big thing? What can I get into? And the people that ask me that, I've been telling them for about a year or more. This is it. This is the new paperclip. You need to do this. And and I tell you, like I tell everybody else, don't put money in there that you're going to need next week or next month or next year. Start out with small. Put 10, 20. Some people can put $100 in. Whatever. But when you put it in there, plan on leaving it in there for a substantial amount of time, so you can, when you get, when it's been in there 5 or 10 years, if you want to cash it out at that time, you can, and have a little bit of dough. But everybody's asking, what's the next big thing? What's the next paperclip? Well, I know there's a lot of naysayers out there, but this is the next paperclip. This is it. Currency, the United States is printing money so freaking fast. And I'm not saying that the American dollar is going to go away, because it's going to be a long time before the American dollar is going to go away. But it's going to be worth less money. The more you print, the less it's worth. And there's not enough gold in the world to cover the debt that the world's in already. I mean, United States is $28 trillion in debt. They say
it's catching a lot of people's attention. This Green New Deal, that according to a guy who used to run the Congressional Budget Office, Douglas Eakin, he put pen to paper, started crunching things with spreadsheets and all of that, and said it could be $93 trillion in all this.
They say by the end of the year, we're going to be $48 trillion in debt. 48 trillion. And in another in 8 years, or 4 years to 8 years, we're going to be somewhere around 80 to $100 trillion in debt as a country. So what's the government going to do for money once that starts happening? Well, they might not seize and take your retirement fund, but they will lock it up and start using it, because the American public that do work hard and save their money, there's over $1 trillion sitting in retirement funds. And they're going to start using that, just like they started using Social Security. Social Security was meant for saving for people, well, for everybody, really. And when you got retirement age, you can draw off of that. Well, the government has spent your Social Security way into the future, and they keep saying that there's a problem with Social Security. It's not a problem with the Social Security. It's a problem with the politicians taking money out of Social Security for the past 50 years, and all that's left in there is a bunch of IOUs. And any president that's worth his salt should make these people that took this money out put the money back in Social Security. But that's another story too. So anyway, let me show you what happened. This is Tuesday, and it'll probably even be better later on. But I'm going to bring up the Coinbase website in real time for today, and I'll show you what it's doing. And it's unbelievable. I mean, and it just keeps going up. I keep saying it's going to go down, and it does. It goes peaks and valleys. It goes up, it goes down. But the trend, wait till you see the trend. It's crazy. And people a lot smarter than me are saying it's going to go to 100, 150,000 by the end of this year. It's already surpassed what some people were saying it was going to do by the end of this month. So let's go look at the live stream from Coinbase today, and it is it's April the 6th, 2021, and we're about 8:30 in the morning. So let's go check it out and see what it's doing. But this is Coinbase website, and there's other websites, but Coinbase is the one I've been using, and I like it. But As you can see right here, Ethereum Classic, it's up 17.60%. Let's click on it. It's at $17.82, and you can afford that. You can buy that. Right now, it's a sale. It says sell, sell, sell. I wouldn't sell it. I'm not selling mine. But this is 24 hour. This is 24-hour period. It's gone up 16%. If you go up to a week, it's gone from. Let's see if it's going to let me do the chart. Come on, let me do the chart. So it's gone from about $13 up to $17. So that's a 37% increase in a week. So now let's go to a month. In a month, you got a 64% increase. Let's go for a year. If you'd bought this a year ago, it would be 218% up. You know, and its value, its total value is $2 billion. Now, if you talk about Bitcoin, you want to be into it for the long term. That's what they're saying is going to be. I mean, it's not me saying it. They're saying that's going to be the new currency. People are going to have this, and that's going to be the new money because it's already being used all over the other parts of the world, and we're last in the line to start using it. But as you can see, it changes quick because there's a lot of people buying and selling. But it's almost 59,000, 58,913. If you go back a week ago, okay, from a week ago, it got up to over 60,000, so it's down 0.52. If you go for a month, if you go look back a month, it's up 24%. So let's go for a year on Bitcoin. If you'd have bought Bitcoin a year ago, it's up 710%. Should have bought more. You should have been in. So anyway, let's go back. Let's see. So now you can see what it's doing. That's the live stream page, and it changes regularly. So there it is. That's this week's a weekly video about my Coinbase account and about Coinbase in general, and see where it goes, whether it goes up or down or sideways or whatever. But the US dollar is going to be devalued so much that it's going to be very expensive to buy something with cash. Cash used to be king, and some people still say cash is king. Cash will be king until it's no longer accepted. And this last little point I'll make, PayPal, you can now, if you have a PayPal card, you can now use your PayPal card. If you have a Coinbase account and you have Bitcoin, you can spend your Bitcoin with your PayPal card. You can also order, if you have a Bitcoin account, and you can order a Visa card and use the Visa card just like you do every other card in your wallet. And if you have a substantial amount of money in your account, you can get a wallet. It's called a wallet, and I'll hook you up with a video about that at a later date. But you can, once you make your purchases in your electronic accounts, you can put electronic code into this wallet, and you plug it into your computer. You download the code to that wallet. It locks your money. Nobody can hack it. If they do hack it, they're not going to get anything because it's in your electronic wallet. And I'm kind of on the fence about the electronic wallet, because what happens if you lose it? What happens if it gets damaged? Are you going to be able to recover your money? And I'm waiting on people that are promoting that to get back with me and tell me how that's going to work, because I would like to know before I get into that. But get you some Bitcoin or Ethereum Classic, and ride the rails, because I'm telling you, I've been telling people for years to get into this, and now it's 700% up. So anyway, this is Harold with WorldTVOnDemand.com, YouTube.com/Harold Jackson. Don't forget to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and ring the bell. I'll have another video for you soon. You guys have a fantastic day. I'm out of here, baby. Woohoo!